Good day everyone, my name is Aravi Falcon, currently studying at the University of Rizal System Angana Campus, taking up a Bachelor of Elementary Education, and the purpose of this video is to interview two teacher or two teacher leaders who can share their thoughts, suggestions, experiences, and lessons that we can use in the future as an inspiring future educators. Let us now hear the voice of our two amazing teachers.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jang Giancarla Tauli Aragoncillo, a college instructor.
So as a college professor, I was tasked with leading a particular program for our third-year students. That the main goal is to help them improve their literacy and prepare them to the pre-board. But we had almost no extra funds to incorporate multiple lecturers with fees or provide their foods. So I think for me it was a significant leadership challenge, not because of a lack of willingness from others to help, but rather because the resources simply weren't there. So as a leader of that program, I initiated to fund from my own pocket the necessary things that need to comply or to help that particular event.
I am Daniel Deticio and I am a public school teacher. Question number 1. What leadership roles are most challenging for teachers and why? As a teacher, the most challenging role for me is a special education lead. Why? Supporting students with diverse needs can be incredibly rewarding, but it also requires a lot of planning, adaptability, and creativity. Think of it like being a puzzle master. You need to find the right pieces to fit each student's unique needs.
So I think you need to do time management. Prioritize your task with a weekly plan. So break down your weekly task. For example, your teaching profession, you provide your students with lectures, activities, quizzes, and also student support. When it comes to your leadership or admin task, you need to be strategic when it comes to planning, and also you need to provide your personal time or me time for you to rest and set boundaries for you to do everything with space and right pacing.
Question number 2. What helps you balance teaching duties with leadership responsibilities? Balancing teaching duties with leadership responsibilities can be tough. Some strategies that might help include setting clear priorities, delegating tasks when possible, and using tools like calendars or to-do lists to stay organized.
So I motivate myself simply celebrating a small win. So acknowledging minor improvements or little achievements. I believe that even though it's a slow progress, it's still a progress, right? And also practice self-care. Why? Kasi when it comes to leadership, it can be draining. It maintains your physical, emotional, everything, your emotions, your mental well-being. So you need to be essential when it comes to handling your mental health. And I think as a teacher, we don't stop learning. So we keep moving, we keep learning everything. So we need to engage ourselves when it comes to professional growth that it will give us eagerness when it comes to our passion, It offers multiple opportunities and also overcoming obstacles.
Question number 3. How can teacher leaders stay motivated when facing resistance or slow progress? When facing resistance or slow progress, teachers can stay motivated by focusing on student successes, no matter how small, celebrating their own achievements and progress, and practicing self-care and stress management.
So I motivate myself simply celebrating a small win. So acknowledging minor improvements or little achievements. I believe that even though it's a slow progress, it's still a progress, right? And also practice self-care. Why? Kasi when it comes to leadership, it can be draining. It maintains your physical, emotional, everything, your emotions, your mental well-being. So you need to be essential when it comes to handling your mental health. And I think as a teacher, we don't stop learning. So we keep moving, we keep learning everything. So we need to engage ourselves when it comes to professional growth that it will give us eagerness when it comes to our passion. It offers multiple opportunities and also overcoming obstacles.
Question number 4. Can you share a time you faced a leadership challenges and how you overcame it? There was a time when while I was teaching, some students were fighting. To avoid affecting my class, I took them to the faculty first and then returned them after my class. And I spoke to them privately and asked them why they had fought and made sure they had made up before they returned to the room.
So the advice that I will provide when it comes to handling tough situations is you need to listen carefully. Both parties. You need to understand the full story before you react, before you give your jurisdiction as a teacher. So you lead them with our core values or the university values. You use your commitment to our students' success and also the fairness to guide them, to correct them, right? So you communicate clearly with them, be direct yet transparent to prevent confusions and to build rapport. So you need to stay professional. You provide your empathy. You remain respectful, understanding, and also when it comes to addressing conflict directly, you need to connect with the leaders to advise the perspective or encouragement to the both parties. And overall, you need to reflect and learn to those tough situations, that considering what worked and what could be improved next time.
Question number 5. What advice would you give new teacher leaders about handling tough situations? Stay calm and composed even when things get chaotic. Listen actively to understand different perspectives. Focus on finding solutions rather than placing blame. And prioritize empathy and understanding when dealing with conflicts. Seek support from colleges or mentors when needed. And of course, reflect on experiences to learn and grow.
It was a privilege to be able to hear the wonderful answers from our two amazing teachers, where we can feel that it really comes from their experiences. Hearing their thoughts about teacher leadership made me realize that as a leader, you should know your goals. And you should be treated like that because you get a higher rank. I've also learned the importance of setting your goals, time management, and knowing your priorities. Also, the importance of building a good relationship with others, which are our greatest asset towards success. And the most importantly, don't forget to take good care of ourselves. Don't hesitate to breathe and rest when things get rough. And always remember that every challenge that we can face is a great chance for us to grow. Because leadership is a journey that we should cherish, not a destination that the main goal is just to arrive.